Oh hey, I didn't see you there. Hey guys, Colin Big Yoshi here, and today we're going to be talking about Black Panther on the MCU Marathon. So this movie came out in 2018, and it takes place right after Civil War. That means that the "what are those" meme in this movie isn't totally unjustified. Just saying. This movie came out right before Avengers Infinity War. So you think that it would have slipped by people, that it came between Ragnarok and Infinity War. But, actually, this movie sold a lot at the box office, and it is actually a critically acclaimed movie, and it is actually the highest rated MCU movie out of any of them. Which I don't think is totally justified, but I do think this is a very solid film. And I didn't like it when I first saw it, but I rewatched it, and now I really like it. So the premise of this movie is that T'Challa, after being in Civil War and losing his father, returns home to Wakanda, and he is the new king. So he has to try his best to be a good king and please everybody in Wakanda. And also, he has to try to keep a secret as well. The secret that every king of Wakanda has had to keep, where they're actually a very high-tech civilization, but they hide out from the rest of the world because they don't want to meddle in other people's affairs. They don't want to sell their vibranium weapons to the rest of the world, because then it would wage war. And I can see why. Because my first complaint about this movie is that the vibranium is super OP. Like, it can do anything that the movie requires, and it's kind of stupid the way that they implemented it. How can it just do anything? It can make a hologram out of sand. It can create a nanobot suit. It can create these beads that when you touch them can do basically anything. It can power the city. It can create buildings, it can create ships, it can create pretty much anything. It helps them heal faster. It does anything that the plot requires it to. But it's not a super big complaint. I think that my favorite thing about this movie is the culture of this movie. I've heard, I'm not 100% sure, but I've heard that the culture in this film is portrayed really accurately. Costume design, and the music, and everything about it, basically, all the set design. So that's really cool to hear. And this is one of the most thematic. This is one of the. This MCU movie is probably the one with the biggest themes in it, which is pretty cool to see, and it gives this movie a distinct feel, where it's about a king just trying to win back his kingdom. I think that another thing that I like about this movie is, I don't really love this, but I like the action scenes. The CGI is like really bad at times, but it looks okay for the most part. But a lot of the action scenes are kind of cool. I really like the one in the casino, and I like the car chase. That one's really cool too. And the two on the waterfall is cool to best T'Challa for the throne. That one's cool. They're both cool, even though it does disgust me every time I have to watch it and I hear slits and I see slits all over their body whenever they slice each other. It's disgusting. Just can't watch it. Something I also like about this movie is I like the characters. The new characters are great, and I also like some of the old characters, like Ulysses Claw from Age of Ultron returns, and he is even crazier and weirder in this film. I don't know what they were trying to do with his personality, but he's just a weird character, and I really like what they did with him. He could be a really boring villain, but then they give him this cool personality, and it's like, he's just really fun to watch. But on the downside, they did kill him off too quick. On the other hand, though, that does give the main villain more time to shine, I guess. Killmonger. Killmonger is a really good villain, one of the best in the MCU, I'd say, because his actions, his motivations, again, they're very relatable. He has been alienized from Wakanda forever. He can just not go to Wakanda. They don't allow him. They don't even know who he is, basically. Even though he is royal blood. And his dad died because the king killed his dad, and and then he got left behind. And so it makes total sense why he would go try to kill the current king for the throne. And obviously Killmonger has to lose, but he technically won the moral victory in the end because he was the one that showed Wakanda the error of their ways and showed them that they have to reach out to the rest of the world and give the rest of the world aid and weapons. And it's also cool. It's a cool character arc for T'Challa because in Civil War he didn't let Zemo kill himself, but in this movie he lets Killmonger do it, just out of good sportsmanship, I guess. I don't know. Another character I like, just a side character really. I like Shuri. She's just she's just T'Challa's sister, but she's really funny. One of the funniest parts of the film. Even if we all cringed at the same time when she did the "What are those" joke in 2018. Like I said before, it was it takes place in 2016, but still, I think we all cringed. And Nakia, I think, is an okay character. She doesn't really do anything in this. Well, she actually is a pretty important character in this movie, but she never comes back, so she was kind of pointless. I don't really mind the love story on the side, but I just think that it should have been I think that they could have been talking about something more interesting than just her not leaving every 2 seconds. They talk about that a lot. I also like the Jabari tribe. They're just, I don't know why I like them. They're just funny, even if it doesn't make sense why they're funny. And they return in Infinity War, so they're just cool. And Okoye is just T'Challa's one of T'Challa's generals. But she's used a lot in the movie so far. She's been in this movie, Infinity War, Endgame. So she's been used a fair amount so far, which is just kind of cool. And obviously there is a setup for Infinity War by having Bucky in the post-credit scene in Wakanda. It's just really cool to watch. And yeah, this is a great movie. And I would definitely encourage you to go rewatch it if you didn't like it the first time, because it's, like I said, there's really rich themes in this movie, and it's just a cool, it's not really good as a superhero movie, but if you like The Lion King, you'd probably like this. They're kind of the same movie, if you really think about it. They're actually pretty similar if you think about it. So yeah, I would give this movie a 4.5 out of 5. If the effects were a bit better, maybe I'd give it a higher score. And if they didn't have the love subplot, if they didn't have so much attention put on the love subplot, then I'd probably like this movie more. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review, then maybe leave a like and subscribe. That'd be pretty cool. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to move on to Avengers Infinity War, which I'm very excited to rewatch. So, yeah. Bye, guys.